Atachin mising chitab Kalenjin inyoru logoiwekab emet kobun tetutiet noto bo Mungaret ak Bandaptai kobun ketesiet nebo Kass TV. Kainenyu ko Victor Korir. Kakotestai President William Ruto kokon kurset nebo keyochi walutik kibagengeisiek cheterter chebo emotinwek asikonyor emotinwekab Afrika boroinwek chebo kokoito kerenywan akobo tetutik choto koboto telelet nebo kibagengeisiek chotok. Kabit ng'alaletab Ruto en kasarta nekaibarasta kole wendi kokochin tiet ak koyochi campaign serikalitab emetab Kenya kirwogindet noto bo Supreme Court nebo emoni Justice Njoki Ndung'u nekamwa kole beljingei ine koik agenge en kirwogik chebo kapkirwok nebo International Criminal Court ICC. Kang'alali Ruto en State House Nairobi ole kailos Justice Ndung'u nekamwa kole agenge inendet en ng'amotik chebo ng'atutik ako chemiten tai en ribetab imandab kipkosobe ak kokoitoetab imanda koityi biik komamiten kalotunet.
Whether at the ICC, the United Nations Security Council, the Bretton Woods institutions, or the wider architecture of global governance, decisions affecting African peoples and African realities must increasingly include African voices, African experience, and African leadership. The majority of cases before the ICC have involved African situations, African communities, and African victims seeking justice. It is therefore both appropriate and necessary that Africa has strong, principled, and highly qualified representation on that bench. Not to protect the powerful, but to strengthen the legitimacy, universality, and credibility of international justice itself. It is in this context that Kenya proudly presents the candidature of the Honorable Lady Justice Njoki Ndung'u, who is not just an accomplished jurist. She represents an entire generation of Kenyan constitutional reformers who helped steer this country from one of the most consequential democratic transitions in our history. Her professional journey reflects fidelity to justice, institutional integrity, constitutionalism, and human dignity. For more than 3 decades, she has served with distinction across prosecutorial, legislative, constitutional reform, and judicial responsibilities. From her early years, prosecuting serious criminal offenses as a state counsel, and her role in shaping Kenya's constitutional transformation to distinguished service at the Supreme Court of Kenya, her career has consistently been defined by courage, intellect, and commitment to justice. As a member of the Committee of Experts that drafted Kenya's 2010 Constitution following the 2008 crisis, she helped rebuild Kenya's constitutional order around accountability, inclusion, institutional checks and balances, and democratic renewal. That experience matters profoundly for the work of the ICC because international criminal justice is not only about punishment, it is also about helping societies confront trauma, rebuild legitimacy, restore public confidence, and strengthen institutions capable of sustaining peace.
Kakelumda edition nebo taman nebo tetutietab Kaptagat Integrated Conservation Program en kasarta netestai kakwautik chetokyingei kitelel ng'emetab itonwekab emet kobun kolsetab ketik en komoswek cheterter chebo county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. Ng'ololen igorto nekakiyai en taonitab Nairobi komo PS nebo ribsetab kalyet en emet orit Dr. Raymond Omolo kole kokoit kebeberta nebo 10% ketik chekikekol kong'eten kobarasta President William Ruto tokyinetabgei nebo serikali kokerule kaikol ketik cheite bilion 15 koit kenyitab 2032. Kamiten en igoratak Samson Kurgat.
Kaboibochi PS Omolo kakwautiet nebo ripsetab timdab Kaptagat nekokesuldae eng kenyisiek 10 ak komaswek alak chebo emoni.
I must commend PS Kipto and the team for making sure that we are able to make a difference. Out of the 1.5 billion that is being reported here, we have done more than 10% of that. Chiefs Climate Action Day. And the target is that the chiefs have been tasked to mobilize the communities within the locations in terms of seedling propagation, in terms of planting and growing of trees.
Kamwa PS nebo itonwekab emet Engineer Festus Ngeno kole nyoru kelchin biikab boror yekikole ketichoto mising ko chetinye meng'atoshek eng ole nekite timwek.
The livelihood improvement program, I think that is where everybody is now. The livelihood is no longer about the conservation. It's about what is the benefit of the program to the people or the communities that live around it. So this is a critical program that is fighting climate change, and therefore we will support you, Kipto, as a ministry.
There are people who have received income. There are those avocados we gave. We are aiming at fully restoring the degraded forest.
Kamwa PS Dr. Chris Kipto ne inendet ko patron nebo tetutienoto kole kiyoe igoratak eng tarik 11 arawetab tisab nebo kenyini eng Benon, Kaptagat eng Elgeyo Marakwet County.
We are going to have the 10th edition on 11th July. We have chosen that it will be in the block that has done well in terms of conservation. And I'm told it is Benon. The same day we'll have a marathon, and we are trying to promote that region because it's a high altitude region. Iten and Kaptagat are on the same altitude, and we are going to have 42 kilometers. As we have been told, there will be 21 kilometers, there will be 10 kilometers, and there will be 5 kilometers. And we want to make the fund race a big one, so maybe we need to register as many people as possible.
Ariboten chini Kass logoiwekab emet eng county nebo Nairobi, kainenyu ko Samson Kurgat.
Kagomwa Governor nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole matindoi keret anan ko tokchinet nemie kandoikab upinzani chemaikochin kasubet President William Ruto. Kotiengei Dr. Mutai kotindoi kandoichotok maget kityo nebo kowech tetutikab bandaptai chesubi serikalitab President William Ruto chetokchingei koib walet eng emet. Kinyoru report nebo Robert Siele.
Kamwa Governor nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole magaat en komasta nebo opposition en emoni koistoengei bolotet nemotinye tokyinet en mwaet kole tagu boisionik chebo serikalitab emoni kondochin President Dr. William Ruto.
I want to tell them here at Belgut, we have seen what William Ruto has done for us. Today we have a stadium at Kapkatet. Today we have tarmacs at Belgut. Today we are doing the stadium at Kericho, the affordable houses and the expansion of town. No other president has done this for us. When we say we are supporting the president, we are supporting because he's not a Kalenjin, but because of what he's doing. And we want to tell those guys, the chokers in oppositions, who imagine that at any time they can take away the seat of power from William Ruto. Go back, write your script well, na mchipange.
Kamwa Dr. Mutai kole rutoitab President nebo France en emoni ko kabarunetab tesetab tai ak kiletabgei nebo President nebo emoni nebo kotestai ak koib walet en emet.
Because William Ruto stands for the betterment of Kenya and Africa. Today, as you are speaking, President Macron from France and all other countries in Africa are in Nairobi because of President Ruto. And that is why we are very sure in our minds that we are going to deliver a second term for the president in this area and also for the nation at all. Basically, lastly, when you listen to what Kashago and his team is saying, they just come and rant one term. So when you say one term, how do we handle the matters of education? How do we handle matters health? Where do we get the tarmacs that we are seeing today in Belgut in your one term? We are saying boldly that we are supporting the President William Ruto.
En kasaratan komwa Dr. Mutai kole kakoyai ngalalet kotinygei ak kebebertab 15 chebo rabisiek chekitokyin county nebo Kericho ak Bomet kobun multinationals ole kayonchin ketoi kibagengeit netelelchin ak konam rabisiek choton.
I am happy today. We agreed with the Browns, and I'm happy we agreed today that 15% they have not given out. And what I have asked them to do is that they set up a kitty, which is a welfare kitty, consisting of professionals and pastors, to be able to ring-fence money for bursary to support children of the poor in Kericho. That 15% will not go to SACCOs, it will not go to individuals. We will do public participation, we will have representative of the MIAT, we will have the church, we will have the lawyers, and we will have a body that will be able to run that 15% and make it to be a welfare for the children who are poor in Kericho and pay their bursaries.
Kosubkei ak Dr. Mutai komach kora multinationals kotes kaitetab siretab biik en kapchain ak konunetab mbaret nebo kabaraitetab kiwanjetab ndegeinik nebo Kerenka en county noton.
We also agree to them that going forward, they are going to begin employing people to pluck tea. And the directions I gave them is that it is 40 to 60%. If you are using 60% of machines, then 40% must be local people to pluck from around. And that is what I told them today.
Aripotini logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyu ko Robert Siele.
Kaityoge en betutab rani ofisai kobun ofisit nebo Director of Public Prosecutions chebo kapkirwok koboto korkoret nebo Nakuru GK Prison en tetutiet noton kotokyingei kecheng oret nekiboisien kekirinda chiletabgei nemiten en korkoranoton kole mwaat kele chang missing kimonjororinik ole kimagat komiten kimonjororinik chechete 800 kobaten nguni komiten 1,800. Mwoe ofisai choton kole tetat keboisien ortinwek cheterter kere kole kimuch kichuchuch koitetab kimonjororinik chekitokyin korkoranoton. Kinyoru report nebo Sylvester Rono.
Kaituyogei ofisit nebo Director of Public Prosecution, korkoret nebo Nakuru ak kapkirwok asikecheng ortinwek chekimuchi keboisien en kachuchutetab chiletabgei nebo kimonjororinik en korkoret nebo Nakuru. Mwaat kele en nguni korkoret nebo Nakuru ko agenge en korkoroshek chemiten chiletabgei nebo kimonjororinik en emoni. Ole nyolu kotoche kimonjororinik 800 kobaten en nguni kotindoi kimonjororinik 1,800.
The importance of this exercise is that, as you are well aware, this is a facility that was initially slated to hold 800 inmates, but so far we have 1,800 inmates. So the essence of this exercise is to utilize our policies, that is the diversion policy and plea bargain policy.
Kosubkei ak ofisayat kobun ofisit nebo DPP Vincent Monda ko tokyingei kokas ak ketil kirwogutik cheite 200 en betutab raini ak en betutab mutai ak koker ortinwek cheimuch kotyakta kimonjororinik alak ak alak keyai ng'alalet ak koshinet en kwenutab kimonjororiot ak ofisit neindochin kirwogutik kobun oret ne naat ko plea bargaining.
And it's very important because we have these policies in place, and the Tom Imbali, our regional coordinator, has taken the initiative to bring all the justice actors within the region to come and have this exercise begin in Nakuru and will spread it to other parts of the country. I'm expecting over 200 cases to be resolved between today and tomorrow. So that's why we have our regional heads of counties present. It's very important because it is an exercise that involves very many matters. So we also require resources, and that's why all heads of counties within the entire region, the 13 counties, are all here to make sure that the exercise is successful.
Kosubkei ak kapkirwok che kaindochi kirwogindet nebo kapkirwok nebo Nakuru Justice Joseph Zergon kokatach ichek kakwautyonoton ak kaikimit kotestai kibagenge en kwenutab kebeberwek tugul chetelelchin kokoitoetab imanda en kirindaetab chiletabgei nebo kimonjororinik en korkoroshek chebo emoni.
As I was saying, now we need to increase the number of prison visits. We call it decongestion. However, this one now has brought in new items like now plea bargaining, diversion, so that as we now resume to the court process, we will be able to take plea. Otherwise, the initial prison visits, we basically were dealing with revisions, looking at resentencing, sort of after conviction.
For once, they are not coming to court. And as you know, in court, everything is very formal. Every one of us has a long list. So it's like you're churning cases out like a machine. So for once, all of us have been summoned to come to prison. And I think it has been a learning experience.
Kongeten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Kakakosom Reverend Bishop Caleb Langat nebo kanisetab AGC region nebo Bomet meng'ik chebo Emurua Dikir kore kole korib kalyet eng kasarta nebo lewenisiet neming'in netetat keyai betut nebo kwang'wan kasi. Kotiengei Reverend Langat konyolu en biikab Emurua Dikir bororietab Kalenjin koboto Kenya komugul koityi kamanut ribatab kalyet ak tilyandit nemie. Report ko nebo Festus Rono.
Caleb Langat ko Reverend Bishop nebo kanisetab AGC en region nebo Bomet ne indochin kanisosiek cheite 400 ne en kasarta nebo kenyisiek 45 kokikoyai boisietab kaniset ak amdaetab kalyet en kebeberwek cheterter. Ole kosom ine meng'ikab Emurua Dikir korib kalyet en kasari kitokyingei lewenisiet neming'in netetat keyai en betutab koron.
Mochi tupchosiekyok chebo Dikir amu kiwo kora kitupcho ak bichoto ang'ololu ak bikyok chemi emenyon emetab olin bo Nyikonik ng'ololu ak angen emenyon kong'ete Kipsigis nekikamwa akine Mugenik kole kiitechini kelyek ang'ata ak ketie emet Laikipia. Bororienyon ko kotab DTC kikapkapchetab Israel kikipcheunengei bichoto amun sikenai kounoton ko amun okot Bible lele kikisirta ko kiroisien echek kesir amun kikitinye tuguk chekergei ak Israel. Kimako ki biik chekitumdo korotik en tupchosiek akot andan kimi bunik ko kimi kora ele kikisipto ng'alekab bunik. Kikiywei tenge kotab Kalenjin kimaki ko ki biik chekichomwech ketumde en korotik. Amachamdo kora ng'oliotab Jehova ketumde en korotik akot nda bororiosiek amun Kenya ko bororiet ne agenge. So ang'ololu ak tupchosiekyok cheomi emenyon nimbo Dikir ni constituency neyoe lewenisiet en koron. Kiyoiku agenge en kandoikab Bomet amun kiatou agenge chekitou Bomet County. Kokamoche akimito ang'ololu ak en kiptaiyandenyon Jehova kamuktoindet. Machamdo Jehova ketumda korotik. Tupchosiekyok chun mi olon Masani, chun mi Ang'ata, chun mi Dikir, chun mi Kikonor, chun mi Mokondo, chun bo Dikir olin tugul ot olombo Mamboleo ang'ololu ak ine. Ongecheng kura nenyon kebir kura kityo koibe chito kurayat makichamdo okot Esau anan Kain nekibar tupchenyin Abel korwokyinot korotik otebe kalya achi nebo kalya kong'ete.
En kasaraton kosom biikab emet mising ko familia koistoengei chekibetengei sobet en kasarta nekabit terchinet ole en county nebo Bomet kokotestai kebaorionji yautik cheu choton mising ko en komosta nebo Konoin. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Koret agenge nebo keker kele kakanapta kolset nebo kahawek en county nebo Nandi kokakoropta serikalitab county notok keswekab kahawek cheite million agenge koityi kabatik. Kamwa gavana nebo Nandi Stephen Sang kole kakityakta kora mashinisiek cheterter choto cheboto chekichuren kahawek olinitok ko oret nekiboisien kekanapta mung'aret nebo kabatisietab kahawek en county notok. Report ko nebo Nelson Tarbei.
Kaindochi gavana nebo county nebo Nandi Stephen Sang ikoratab roptaetab keswekab kahawek koityi kabatik en county nebo Nandi. Ole kamwa ine kole kaityakta ichek keswek milionit agenge ko oret agenge nebo kero kele kanyor kabatik keswekab kahawek cheityin magutik.
For this financial year across all the 30 wards. Na kama vile umeelezwa ni kwamba hii ni miche ya kahawa tunapeana zaidi ya kama serikali 350,000 coffee seedlings, lakini pia kutoka kwa cooperatives ambayo tuliwapatia coffee seeds wao waliunda yao zaidi ya about 600. So in total, na pia tukapata 40,000 seedlings from national government. That makes it about 960, over 960, close to 1 million seedlings ambayo tunapeana siku ya leo. Hata katika hesabu ya nchi ya Kenya, one of the counties that has the largest expanding coffee growing is Nandi County.
Karupten taasisi nebo kabatishet eng serikalitab kaunti nebo Nandi Dr. Kiplim Olakat nekamwa ine kole eng kenyit inege kokoboisie serikali chepkondok silingishek milionishek 60 eng sektait noto bo kabatishetab kawek eng kaunti nebo Nandi ole testai konyoru nito chamet neo kot mising.
Ile kitu ningependa tu kusema kwa wakulima wetu ni kwamba tunaendelea na mikakati ya kuhakikisha ya kwamba wakulima wote wanapata miche ya kahawa, vile vile pulping machines. Ile tu nashukuru kwa maana hao waheshimiwa wako hapa siku ya leo waliweza kufanya kazi na wakulima wakaweka kwa budget.
Kabaibachi nito kabatikab kawek eng kaunti nebo Nandi ang mwaet kole toretet neuni kotoreti kabatik konyor keswek chetyin makutik ole wendi nito kokanaptai kabatishetab kawek.
Na tunashukuru siku ya leo ni kama imefika hiyo siku. Tutakuwa tumejaribu kusaidia wakulima.
Eng komasta nywa koyomis alak eng MCAs kobun County Assembly nebo Nandi kondochin MCA nebo Tinderet Paul Pirech ak MCA nebo Kapchorwa Richard Bet chekamwa ichek kole koret agenge nebo kekanapta kabatishetab kawek koyomis ichek kole isirtoi ichek ng'atutik alak tugul chetakyingei kokanapta kabatishetab kawek eng county nebo Nandi.
To ensure we invest in agriculture, and not only agriculture, we are particular in coffee.
Coffee is a new sector in Nandi. It's attracting a lot of investments, and our people can confirm that coffee is changing lives. It saves the families, it gives families to earn income. So we want to appreciate and thank Nandi County government for really supporting farmers and investing in agriculture.
Kong'etege county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet yebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarubei.
Kagomwa gavana nebo county nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole magat en chemung'arainik oeng chemwaat kele koitita county notok akotoi koyai mung'aret nebo aldaetab chego ak kahawek kotelel mung'aranotok en chokchinet. Kamwa Dr. Mutai kole wendi kong'eme chemung'arainik chotok mung'aret ak kelchinoik chenyoru atkai tugul temik chebo county notok. Kinyoru report nebo Robert Siele.
Kong'alale kasarta nekaindochi yatetab tetutik cheterter chebo bandaptai en woditab Kabianga komwa gavana nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole moiyoni alak en chemung'arainik chemoche kochutyi sekta nebo chego ak kawek en county nebo Kericho komanyor chamchinet en mwaet kole weche noton kakiletab kei tetutik chekitokyin kikimit temik.
Milk hawking is illegal. Kiptame here we have worked very hard with the farmers, but I've just learned today that there is a businessman who is hawking milk in an attempt to kill and sabotage this cooperative. We encourage our people to be in societies, and I want to warn that hawker who is operating illegally in the county. Listen to the voice of the governor. Pack your things and go, or we will arrest you. Or we will arrest you. I extend this same message to the hawker who have come to Kericho to hawk coffee in Kericho without any license. I want to tell and remind them that the Coffee Act 2026, the Milk Act is very clear that you only buy milk when you are licensed by the county to operate your business. Anything outside licensing of the county is illegal.
Kamwa Mutai kole kakochutyi asikotoret ketesiet nekialdoen chaik anan nekialen chaik nebo Chepsakokoti Buying Center en komasatan en lipanetab rabisiek chebo bandanoton asikotoi kotestai akobois en oret nekararan.
Kora kanyon ora liponji balance nebo 250,000 chukokiyoche asikonam temik koron kopima chaikwak. Kerenyo koki-counting ketesetai ketekoti bandaisiek in partnership with KDDA. Because kiyani kele ng'ete banda koribose chaikab temik ak koribok quality nebo temik. Amakiteche banda kityo. Ngokirege Mheshimiwa Sonko kochobe damisiek en koroni. Kokikilekake ichek koki county keborchinigei kechob oratinwek chetuitos ak lam ak kechob bandaisiek.
Kosubkei ak Dr. Mutai kotesetai kora kokimite kabatisietab baetab tugab chego kobun lumdaetab kulas chebo chego en komasatan.
Kowanya commissioneni kulait nebo kelji cooperative aka commission and feed mixer niki kelji cooperative at 3 million shillings. Ra komuche nguni sasa yatini kochop chakula chechwak meishamak yon tugul. So was paid aka ramet nebo aletab chakula chebo tuga en temikyok.
En kasaratan komwa Dr. Mutai kole kakoityin kora kibagengeit ne naat kou Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute KIRDI akobo karoksiet ak teksetab factory nebo mananas nemiten en Roret asikotoret temik en kebeberatan ak en county nebo Kericho.
We have signed an important MOU with KIRDI, and this MOU we have signed with KIRDI will see KIRDI take over Roret pineapple plant, and they will begin working on Roret pineapple plant. And you want to promise the people of Kericho that the Roret pineapple plant factory by December this year, by God's grace, will be complete to be able to add value to our pineapples.
Aripoti chelwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyu ko Robert Siele.
Ak chitab Kalenjin choto ko logoiwek chekimuch keibun kobun ketesiet nebo Kass TV en tetutiet nebo Mungaret ak Bandaptai. Kainenyu ko Victor Korir, amugun kembout nekararan.